Hi everyone, I'm back to do a bit more on this folio journal. I finished up last time by not having enough of the panel, the decorative panels to put down. I call them decorative panels, but they're just textbook papers. I just like to cover it with that first. So I ended up just finishing putting all just my base decorative papers down like that, and I'm just going to show you what I done next. I more or less started from the front. These flaps here, I made 2 pockets. Now I've already got these pre-done because I just thought it'd save a little bit of time. Alright, so these here, the pockets for the small flap, they're 9 inches by 3 1/4. So when they're folded like that, they are 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. Okay, so I've got 2 of those done, and what I'd done before I put them on, I used a die cut and cut a window out. If you haven't got die cuts, you could just cut it out by hand, like cut a square window or something like that. So I'm going to put those on now, and all I'd done was I used some double-sided tape to start with, and I put it on one side of my flap, just like that, and then I'll try and get the tape up. Sometimes it's just a bit too sticky and gets stubborn. Alright, that's that one. And whoops, and that one. So I'm going to I'll put the bottom one on first. So I put my pocket window down here, and then just made sure it's up as close as possible to the fold line. You don't want to go over the fold line, and then just close that one down there. And then the same for the top one. And close that one down there. Okay, so that's the start of the little pocket windows. And then for this one here, for the next part, I have trouble with this glue sometimes. Then I just put a little bit of glue, if it wants to come out, along the bottom. So I'll put it along the bottom of each one, and then along the side of the open part of the pocket. And then we just close that up. Now, where I've got my little flap, you can see a little bit there on my window, but that doesn't worry me. But if you don't like that, just cut your flap down a little bit more, just so that you don't see it on the side. But I don't mind that at all. It just makes it look a little bit more interesting. Okay, so that's that, guys. That's the first flap. Now what I also done, just to oh, get off sticky, just to tidy up the edge a bit, I just cut that straight across there, and on this one here I'll cut that one straight across there and just cut that little bit off there, and I'll do it down the bottom too because I don't really want those ones hanging over. Alright, okay, so that's how easy that was. Alright, and you can decorate them however you want. Okay, now on this page here I used a double pocket, so I've already put mine together here. The small pocket here I've done another die cut. Okay, so the size of the small pocket is 4 3/4 by 2.5, and then this bigger one, the back one, is 5 1/4 by 3 1/4, and I like to have like 1/4 of an inch fold on the sides of my pockets. Okay, so I better just check that measurement to make sure that the 1/4 of an inch is in. Yeah. Okay, so when it's flat like that, it's 5 1/4, and then I've got 1/4 of an inch here and 1/4 of an inch there that you can fold back like that, and that gets glued to your page. And I just like to do that because sometimes you put in bulky tags or ephemera and it just gives you a little bit of room there. So then we'll just put this one down here, and before I do that, and I have sewn my top pocket onto the bottom one. Okay, so then we'll just glue, come on, there we go, the glue's coming now. So I just put glue on each little folded 1/4 inch flap and along the bottom. Just like that. And then I'm just going to put that one just down there. Okay, and give that a press and hold it until the glue catches. Okay, and then you have your little double pocket on that one there. Okay, then over here, what did I put on here? I'll have a look here. See. Okay, that's the small one. Alright, so I have got a smaller one here. And on this side here, where your big side pocket is, I've got another smaller but taller pocket, and I've already die cut it. And this one measures at 4 3/8 by 3 1/2. You don't have to die cut it if you don't want. You can just cut it out and then just decorate it. Okay, so that pocket then goes on this one here. and I'll have all these pocket and tuck spot pocket measurements down in my description, just like I done with the scoring. Now with this one here, I didn't put any plastic on the backing after I die cut that, or after I die cut that one there, because I know they're not going to catch on anything. Oh, nothing's going to catch on those die cuts there and there. Okay, so that's that done. That's your first, and then your signature is going to go in just here. Okay, so that's the first part of it done. Now the second part, where your second signature goes, is, I've just got to try and remember. I don't remember. Okay, that's the big side pocket here with the little panel one, and that side one there. Okay, so this one here, this one is for the right hand side over the pocket there. So I used another die cut here, but I have backed that one with just some recycled plastic, only because I didn't want these parts here to catch on anything that I put in there. So this one here is 7 inches by 3 1/4. I just checked that, 3 1/4. Okay, 3 1/4 by 7 inches, and it's got the 1/4 of an inch on either side that you're able to fold down. So I'll put that one down. I just thought having these pre-made would just save a little bit of time when I'm explaining. Oh, and glue down here. It'd save just a little bit of time when I was explaining exactly what I'd done. Okay, so that one goes over here, just there. Give it a press down. Okay, so you've got this side pocket here, and then you've got another big side pocket there. Okay, now over on this one here, I have this. Alright, so is that too, I might just have to trim that down a bit. I think I cut it, I did too. I cut it just a little bit too long. So it should be 7. I just cut another little part of that off. There. That's just a bit under 7. So it is, I'd say this is 6 3/4. I'll just adjust that because I wrote 7 down, I don't know why. So 6 3/4 by 3. Oh, the length of it is 6 3/4 and the width is 8 inches. So when you have that folded like that, it is 4 inches by 6 3/4. Okay, I've done that on the wrong one. That one. So it's 6 3/4 by 8 inches, and then 4 inches on the fold. Okay, so that one's going to go in there. Now what I've done with this one here, it's, you know, it's just folded in half, and I've just put some decorative paper on the front and on the inside. Now with just a little offcut here, I've just put a little tab. So my tab is 3 1/4 by 1 1/2. So 3 1/4 by 1 1/2. Close your tab. Okay. And what I done then, I grabbed my circle punch. Okay, I don't know why I haven't got any of that up here. Okay, I found a bit of cardboard, that'll do me. Okay, we'll cut a couple of circles. So that's a 1 inch circle, and what else did I do? Did I do a 1 inch circle? Yeah, and I've done a smaller one too, so I just had to check. Okay. I might do that on some textbook page. Okay. Okay, so with my circles, I'm just going to put a little dab of glue in the center of 2 of them. And the smaller ones I'm just going to place on the top. Okay, that's mainly for decorative purposes. Alright, but with these, because it's only one thickness, I'm actually going to back another one on it, because I don't want it to be too floppy that the it's going to pull up. Okay, right, so that's one there. I'll do another one. So I add 2 of the 1 inch circles together, and then just put a 1/2 inch circle on the top for decoration. Oops. Okay, and I will need that. So now for this one here, I put one just here, and then I put another one up here. But if you don't have one of these big crocodiles, you could just punch a hole and use brads instead of using eyelets. Okay, so I'm just going to punch a hole up there, and then I will punch a hole in this, and hopefully I am getting better at finding the center. While I'm at it, I'll do another one here. Okay, alright, so I have my holes ready to go. Just grab a couple of eyelets, but you know, it's fine to use brads as well. and it's better to do all this before you actually put this one down. So I'm just going to put that in there and push that up. I can't find the hole, there it is. Okay, so I've got that one on there with an eyelet, and I'll just close that up and see. Okay, that's got to go down about there. I'll just punch another hole here. Just about there. Grab another little. I've been trying to use up these little baby eyelets. They're so cute. Okay, and we'll put that one there. And oh, I think I missed that, did I? There we go. No, I got it. Okay. So there, that's the closure for inside here. Now, you know, that's not going to catch on anything, but what I also do is I have some tape here, which I can't find. Oh, right here beside me. I just have some of this, it's like surgical tape or bandage tape. It's out of my medicine cabinet. And I'm just going to put a piece on there. It's, you can't really see it anyway, but it's just so that if you decide to put a pocket here, nothing's going to catch on that when you put it in and out, okay? I'm not going to put a pocket in there. I'm just going to leave that as is. Alright, and then we just get a little bit of cord. So I've got a bit of just thin string here. And I'm just going to tie it around this one here. So just tie that in a knot. Just like that, and I can snip that one off there. And then that just gets tied up around like that, just to keep that closed. Because in the other journal I used that to hold in a few tags and cards. So all you're going to do then is put this one down. You're just going to glue 1, 2, 3 sides and just put it up as close as you can to the 1/2 inch spine you've got here where your journal actually goes. Okay, so put some glue along there and along. Oh, did I finish telling you that I just stuck that to the back? Okay, so whoops, the flap that I've got here, that I've got this closure on, I've actually glued it to the back part of that goes down for the pocket. So what I am thinking, because I've got like a little bit of a ridge there, I'll just put a bit more of this on here, if I can find the end of it. There it is. Okay. So just put a bit of glue there. Oh, not glue, just a bit of tape, You could even use washi tape. It's just so that when something slides in there, it's not going to catch on that little raised part there. Okay. I'll just put a bit more glue there because I took a bit off with my hand, I think. Alright, okay, and then that can go on there just like that, and I'll just hold that down a bit until the glue catches and close that up to make sure I haven't caught the spine, which I haven't. Okay. Alright, so you've got a nice big pocket there, and then you've got this part here that opens up. Like I said, you could add more pockets or a belly band or, you know, whatever you wanted on the inside of that. I'm just choosing to leave that one plain. Okay, so that is for the, and the second signature goes there. And then this one here, this part here is for the third signature. So with that one, there, the inside back flap here, I added 3 little pockets. Okay, so that's that for that one there. And just have a look in here to see what I'd done with that. Okay, so, okay, 3 pockets, and I sewn that, I stitched that all the way through. Okay, yep, I did too. Alright, so with this back one here, 3 small pockets, and I actually stitched it all the way through this last panel. Okay, so I'll do that now. I have got my sewing machine here, but I just have to plug it in. Okay, so I'm just going to take this now just to my sewing machine and sew that down. Oh, I didn't tell you the measurements of this, did I? So this one is, that is about 6 7/8 by 2 1/4. Whatever size you do your journal, whatever height you make your journal, that's the height that you're going to make all these, okay? Or you can do them just a little bit smaller. What I'm going to do first is glue it down. So the top and the bottom. Is it up the right way? Yep. Okay, and just glue that down on there. And now I'm just going to, with my machine, I'm just going to stitch along those lines, okay? Just for, it's really just for decoration. If you want, you could just glue along your lines and still have 3 individual pockets. Alright, I've stitched that down, so you can see now I've got 1 pocket, 1 pocket, and 1 pocket. I think this was the only one where I didn't put 1/4 of an inch on either side. Okay, I just glued it straight down just to keep that rather flat. Alright, so then I have this one here, this nice big pocket, and I die cut that as well, but because some of these pieces here were rather fragile, I ended up putting just some recycled plastic on the back of that one as well, and I just stitched around the edge. So this one here, this pocket measures 5 1/4 by 4 inches, and I don't know where I put that one. I'm just going to check, guys. Okay, I've done that wrong. Oh, that's alright. I've just realised. Okay. So, in the book I done, where I put this pocket here, that was in the 3rd signature, I actually put it in the 2nd signature here, but I don't think that really matters. Like, if you get your pieces cut out, you can just put them anywhere you want on yours, alright? So, okay. Yep, alright, so we will put this one, that was put on the back of that one there. What did I put on the back of that one? Oh, here, there we go. Well, at least I'm doing that one the same. Oh God, give me strength. Okay, so this one here, which is 5 1/4 by 4, and it's got a 1/4 inch little folds at the side. This one, I just put the glue on the 1/4 inch folds and along the bottom. Is that the bottom? Yep. Okay, and that's going to go on the front part of the 3rd section, just like that. I'll just hold that down for a minute. Oops. Okay, that should be right. Give that a press down. Okay, so we've got that one there, and we've got our 3 here. Now, oops, I will continue on. Now, with this back part here, the back flap, I have got a piece that is about 1 inch by 4 3/4, and I've folded it at about 1 1/4, just like that. So just like that. Okay, so this one here is actually going to, the long part of it is going to cover up, come over the back here. Alright, so we're going to, I put an eyelet, I put a brad in mine. With the one I done in my journal, in the first journal, you can see here on this side here I've put a brad in it, and then put an eyelet over here for the closure on this side. Alright, so will I do the same? Okay, and I've just realised I have just made a mistake. Okay, good on you, Wendy. Right, so, oh dear. So what you really need to do I've already sewn that down. Okay. Alright, so I did make a mistake there, and look, I've got the steps written in front of me. I'm just getting ahead of myself. Now, before you put the 3 pockets on here, you really should punch a hole there. Instead of punching a hole, I'm just going to glue it, okay? But what you really should do is punch a hole there and put an eyelet in if you want the eyelet, okay? And then over here, you would put another ring, another circle with the eyelets here with some string on it, or you could just use the circles with another brad, okay, not an eyelet, a brad. So because I just got a bit ahead of myself, what I'm going to do, there's always a way to fix something, okay? So what I'm going to do is I am going to, alright, I'm going to glue, I'm going to glue about 1/2 inch on this side, okay? So put some glue about 1/2 inch on that side there, and just try and find the center as best you can. Okay, so that's not going to move as much as what this one here does on mine, because that kind of like that twists and twists, okay? Alright, okay, so I've got glue there instead of an eyelet, alright? Silly Wendy, I'm a silly girl. And on this side I need another couple of circles. Oh no, hang on, we'll go back to this one, guys, because this one's an easy one. I'm going to use that as a belly band, but I also like to, with my, you don't have to do this part, but with the belly band, because you push something in under it, sometimes it does slip out if it's not tight enough. So I just like to put in like a little tuck spot there, just to hold everything up. So with this one here, this is 2 inches by 3.5, and I'm just going to put some glue about 1/2 inch on the bottom. Come on, glue. Okay, so I'm just going to bring that glue up roughly about 1/2 inch at the bottom. Not going to put glue on the sides, and I will just glue that down there like that. So whenever you put anything in underneath there, it can slip just underneath that as well, and it won't actually slip all the way out. Okay, so I need another couple of circles. Okay, we've got 4 of them, and oops, smaller circle. And 2 small ones. Okay, so I'll just get these together. Must be getting very low, this glue. Okay, glue. So I just put 2 of the cardboard ones together, and then I just put a bit of glue there and put like a little decorative one on, a 1/2 inch one. So there's that, and we'll do this one. So that, and just a decorative one just on top. Okay, so I've got those there. Now with the back part here, I have got this one here, and what I'd done, where that 1/4 inch spine was, I put that in there. I levelled the fold here on that one with the 1/4 inch spine, and what I done was something really simple. I just got my machine and just stitched that in there. Okay, but before I'd done that, I just put it down, close that up there, because I'm going to use an eyelet here, and I just measured where I wanted my other one to go with a pencil, and I did have a pencil here somewhere, didn't I? There it is. Okay, so that one's going to go just about there. Alright, and just to make that easier, I'll put that on now. So I might just hold that on there, I think. Yep. And do it all together. Okay, put that there. Grab another little eyelet. Okay, so I've got that one on, and I may as well put this one on here too while I'm at it. Okay, so just bring that down to, these are 1/8 of an inch. I use the small circle for the small eyelets I have. Okay, got the hole. I've got silver and gold in the 1/8 of an inch size. They can be very fiddly because they're so tiny. There we go. And I'll just find the... Why am I having such a hard time with that? Oh, because I've got the wrong one on. The little stick thing wasn't coming out. Okay, we try again. What is going on here? No, I'm not up high enough. It can be very temperamental, this punch sometimes. Okay, that's done. Okay, so now that is going to go there. So I'm just going to open that up, and I'm just going to machine stitch right down the centre of this fold and that little spine. So that is that done. And a bit wobbly there. Okay, but it's on. Okay, so that folds over like that, and just a bit more of my little string here. And I might tie it onto this one. Just tied a couple of knots in it. I'll cut that one off. Okay, so that closes up, and we can just hold that together like that. Okay, so and then this one here, in my other one, I had one page left blank, which I will show you. Okay, so there, the two pockets there, the two folding pockets there. There's two pockets here, one on top of each other. Then we've got the signature, and this page here I actually didn't have a pocket on. That is just for pure decoration. That was for the back of the first signature, but on this one here that I just done, I did put a pocket there for you, which that one there should have gone on the back of the second section, but that's okay. I've just mixed them up a little bit. If you go and have a look at this video of me showing you, you can do it exactly the same, or you can just make your own up. Okay, so that one there, and that's the third part. Oh, I did put a belly band. Okay, I forgot that. So I've got a couple of tags in there. I might just close that up. Okay, so that's that one. So it is a little bit different from what I've done before. On the back of this little cover we put on the back here, I did put a belly band, and I cut a heart out. So I think I'll just quickly get some scrappy papers and do that and show you. Okay, so I've got just some scrap papers here. So just to put that the belly band and the heart on, all I did was got a bit of decorative paper, measured it for the length, okay, and I cut it down to size with the length. I didn't put a 1/4 of an inch fold, and the width I think I'll have it at 1.5. okay, 1.5 inches wide, which is going to go on there just like that. And for the heart, I just had another piece of paper, which I then just folded in half. And on the fold side, I started cutting up for the top of the heart. So you just cut up, turn it around, and then come in to the bottom just like that. Oh, I like that shape heart. Okay, and I put some glue. Now it's completely blocking up on me. Might need a pin to get that opened, I think. goes from one extreme to the other. This one, this glue. Right, so a bit of glue. Down the centre of the heart, okay, and put that on the belly band, and then a bit of glue up the top and down the bottom, and then just glued that to the back just like that. Okay, so that's a nice belly band with like a decorative heart on the top of it. Okay, and then like I said before, you can just, if you want to have pockets inside this little folder, you know, you can just make them up yourself, which I know that you're very capable of doing. Because I put that eyelet there and it's got a few little teeth on it, I'm just going to put another bit of this tape down just to cover that up. Okay, so nothing catches. Alright, and then over here you've got the belly band and the little tuck spot there like that. Okay, alright, so I think that's it, guys. And there was, like I said before in my other design, my first one, I did leave one panel and just as decorative, but if you didn't want to leave this as decorative, you could put in, you know, you could put in a corner pocket, you could put in just a little tuck spot, you know, whatever you want to do really. Okay, but that's it, guys, and I've done it. I think it went a lot faster because I already had these pre-cut. Okay, so we've got pocket here, and we have a pocket there, then we have a pocket here and another pocket there, we have a pocket there, we have a big side pocket here, we have a pocket under here, and you could also use that there as a tuck spot, but that just opens out to like a folder thing. You could put some scrap papers in there, so just for more journaling space if you wanted. We have a nice pocket here and the big side pocket there, another big pocket here. We've got the little belly band one there that you could just tuck into that there, and then we've got this one. I keep closing this up because I like closing them up. And then over here we've got 1, 2, 3 pockets, and we've got a belly band there. And you could also decorate the inside of this as well, but I just left mine to add a few of my handmade tags in there. Okay, and we just close that up like that. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Oh no, it's not it, is it? Because I've got to do I've got to do the spine for you. Okay, that'll be next video because I'm dying to have a cuppa, so I'm going to go out and make myself a cuppa and make hubby a cuppa, and I shall be back on just to show you how I strengthened up my spine. Okay, I am back, guys. I'm going to show you how I put my signatures in. So with the size of this here, the height is actually, it's close enough to 7, but it's 6 7/8. Okay, so I've done the height of my signatures 6.5, and then folded they are 4 3/4, which fits into that which fits into there really nicely, because that comes out to 5 inches. Alright, so all I grabbed just some recycling papers, I suppose, textbook papers, magazine papers, what have you, and all I'd done was grab another piece of paper, just a scrap one, and on the inside I clipped all my pages together, and on the inside I just measured my strip of paper so that it was the same length as my signature pages, not the same height as my journal. I done it a little bit different, okay? And then all I done was marked the center of my pages. I don't really measure this with a ruler. I just kind of like estimate or guess. So I done the center mark, and I come down about 1 inch from the top and then come up about 1 inch from the bottom, okay? So that gives me my marks, and then I punch the holes here where I've put my mark. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, okay? And when you do that, you can see like little bumps. So that's actually where the hole is. So then I just grabbed my cover, all right, and I put my signature down and just centered it so that I've got an equal distance top and bottom. So I might just move it down a hair of 1 inch, and then I just put a mark on that 1/2 inch spine where my hole needs to go. All right, and then I put a dot in the center. I just estimated where the center was all along, okay, and then punch my holes. So I've got 1, 2, 3, okay. So they're the holes for my signature. My signature's going to go up this way. I have my thread and cotton ready to go. Look at me, I'm on a roll. Now with this one, I'm going to come from the outside and go in. So I'm going to start in the center from the outside of the spine. Okay, I'm going to come in, leave a bit of a tail there, and then go through the center one here. And I have clips on my pages so the pages don't move. It just makes it a little bit easier. Okay, and then I'm going to go down to the bottom one and go out through there, and then through my spine. Okay, just don't lose that little tail there. I might just hang on to that for a minute. Okay, and then I'm going to go up to the top hole up here and go in there, then go through my pages with that hole there. Okay. Okay, and just pull that a little bit firm and pull my little tail a bit firmer, and then I'm going to go through my center hole here and go through to the outside there. Okay, that's how easy it is just to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Now, I'll open this up just so that I can show you a bit better. I'll take those off, we don't need them anymore. So you have a long thread here, so you want your starting thread and your ending thread to be on either side of that there. Okay, it just makes it a lot easier for you to tie off, and you know the pages aren't going to go anywhere. So I just give it a couple of firm tugs on both of those little tails, and I open it up and I actually make sure that my page signature is flush. Okay, so flush up against the spine, yes, which it is, and then I just tie a couple of knots. Okay, so there's one, there's two, and we'll just cut them. And I've pulled a thread there through that, so I'll just pull that back because I don't mind those threads. Okay, and that's as easy as it is. So I done that with the first one, and then I done it with the middle signature, the second one, and I also done it with the third signature. Okay, so that's how easy it is. I'm pretty sure you all know how to do that anyway. Okay, so the signatures are now in, and your spine is still wobbly. So now it's up to you whether you want to firm that up or not, or whether you just want to put some fabric or decorative paper over it. Okay, so what I did was grabbed a piece of recycled cardboard. This is a bit of cardboard from the back of one of my art journal paper books, and all I did just to measure it was lean it up against there, and whoops, that's pretty good height, that one. So I'll do it this way. So I'm just going to reinforce my spine, so the height of that is pretty good for me. I shall just measure that for you, which is 6 7/8 in height. Okay, so once you've got your height, you just need to put that up nice and flush with those 3 signatures, and hold that there, hold that on there, and I'm just going to mark that there without even measuring, but I will measure it now, which is, well, it is 1.5, so it can be just a little bit less than 1.5. Okay, so that is 1.5. So I'm just going to take it like 1/8 of an inch smaller, alright? And I'm just going to cut that off there, if it will. No, it won't, so grab some scissors and snip it. My blade must be getting blunt, because normally it'd go through that size cardboard. Okay, so I've got my piece of cardboard for my spine. Okay, and with this one I did use double-sided tape as well as wet glue. Okay, so I'm going to do that again. Just put some double-sided tape down. I think I can fit 3 on here, hopefully. Oops. Not quite, so I'll just take the backing off the middle one and put another one down this side. I might cut it this time instead of ripping the cardboard. Okay, so some double-sided tape. Come on. And also grab some wet glue, and I might just have a sip of my cuppa before it goes cold. That's nice. Don't want that hanging off, do I? And I am going to put some tacky glue on here now. Now, if you take your time to put this on the spine, you shouldn't have any trouble, okay? So what I'm going to do, I've kind of like angled it. Do you see how I've got that angled just down that way a bit? Alright, and I just make sure I've got my strings underneath that cardboard. So you can actually put a dab of glue on to hold your strings down so they don't stick out. Oh, come on, glue. I think I'm going to have to get a cup and have it upside down like I see so many other people do. Okay, so I'm just going to put those like that so they don't stick out. So I'm just going to angle my spine. Pick up this, and just on the edge of this I'm going to line that up with that, just so that I get it rather straight. Okay, and then I can press it down, okay, all the way over the spine. Alright, and I ended up going a bit crooked. Of course I did, because it's me. Okay, that's better. Much better. Okay, so then you just give that a press down, but what I also did was open it up, and on either side of the spine here of your signature, I just went in and pressed it down rather firmly. Okay, just in there, and then I just let it dry, guys. And now it's ready for you to decorate any way you want. So you just go and have fun, do some layering, do some stamping, stick some labels on. Okay, so that's it. That is how I just made that spine a little bit more sturdier than what it was. Okay, there, done. What I done next, I put some fabric over my other one. You can see here, got some fabric, but I did use this, the fabric I put it on, it's a very old fabric, but it's like a loose weave. If I'm not really sure on the type of exact fabric it is, because I'm not a fabric person, but I did use this fabric glue that I picked up at Kmart, and it did leave like splotches of the glue that you can see. That doesn't worry me because I wanted it a grungy look anyway, but this seems to be the only fabric that it happens to with this glue. Like, I can use this glue with calico and my other fabrics and I don't get this splotching, but I do with this fabric and glue, and I should know by now because it has happened to me a couple of times before. So you can see here I've put some fabric on the side. If you don't want to use fabric, you could just use decorative paper, you know, it's up to you. And then over here I've just done some layering. I've got some scrap paper, I have some cheesecloth just here, a bit more scrap paper. I've done a bit of stitching. This is an image from Artie Mays on YouTube, so I have stitched around that. I've grunged up the edges, I've distressed them a bit, I've done some more stitching around here, and this here is from Artie Mays as well, and I've just put that on with some brad. So you know, that's just an idea for you how you can do your covers. And I also wanted to put something on the back, because I don't normally decorate my back of my covers, but I thought, oh, with this one I think I might do something a little bit different. So I just put this up. I pulled that up with my fingernail. Okay. So I done more or less the same. I just used some scrap papers, some music sheet, magazine image, and this, the number 8, I stitched that around on top of the layers. A bit more cheesecloth here. The document, that's from Artie Mays. Now I'm not sure if this documented is from Artie Mays or whether it's from Which Craft Do You Do, because they have got a similar one, but I didn't have it back in its right folder, either my Artie Mays or Which Craft Do You Do. It was just kind of like laying in a thing, so I'm not really sure about that. Sorry ladies. Okay, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you have any questions or anything, you know, just ask. I think I'll go, oh, the number of pages, this one here, the one we just made, I put in 10 pages folded, okay, and this one here, I actually put, I think I've got a few more, so, and they're thicker ones too, some of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right there. Okay, there's 2 there. I don't know why. I can see 2 there. Okay, we'll start again, can I, please? I don't know how to count now. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I've got 14 pages in there, but these ones are a little bit thicker than what I put in there. Okay, alright, so I hope you try and make one for yourself. You know, and you can do other little bits and pieces. You can really decorate it how you want. You know, I've just used some labels, and I did like using my die cuts. I've pulled that one up too. And butterfly, little stickers. Yeah, it looks nice. I like the way it turned out. I'm really happy with it. Okay, alright, so that's it guys. You have fun, and I will catch you later. Bye bye.